stay with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Jags and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
This building holds just north of 80,000. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from FedEx Field. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And led out by the rookie. Expectations high here as he's making his first NFL start.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and... Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Zambrano over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off play action. Zambrano. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I've met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So this, the 90th season of Washington football. Of course, here, the first season and first ever regular season game. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Hamilton gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Zambrano flushed out right. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's one of those calls where you play it safe, but you're hoping that maybe something might spring for you, because instead of forcing ball downfield on 3rd and long, maybe you can hit him with something underneath, break a tackle or two, pick up a block, and see what happens. Not here, though. Good job reading the screen, and it sets up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good, and it's 3-0 Washington. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence. On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know you spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on third down.
And he will have a Jaguars first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Zambrano. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken.
Good job there getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to throw. Zambrano toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll accept that penalty. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Zambrano, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Straight ahead, Etienne. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Another tote for Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Lawrence on 3rd down. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. ETN up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Finding ETN here. Catching it on the out route. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave it with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Patterson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Running out of the gun with ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 39, Lawrence. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Jones now in motion left. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Second down and a run by Robinson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Off play action. Zambrano. And Thomas has it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're... Conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Andre Cisco there on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. To throw on third down, Zambrano. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. Back to the ground with Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the... Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 17-3. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Now Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A give running right, Etienne.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And Now a hook up downfield on second down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 34. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Washington ready to try again on offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Ready.
Throwing after the interception. Zambrano. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Zambrano. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go, it's Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Zambrano. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll go again. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a nice play there from the new pickup, signed just this past week to help fortify this defense.
He truly is the definition of an impact player. Surprise, surprise that it took this long for someone to pick him up.
If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Being chased out left, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Handoff now to Robinson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he goes out right around the 39. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, shouldn't we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
To your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Back to throw. Lawrence into the hands of Ingram. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing now, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4 is now second and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Lawrence. Dancing to his left. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, a big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Again, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson.
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
On first and 10, it's Robinson.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime play. it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
70.
On the give, here's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
60 Vikings.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now we'll see what Lawrence can do in overtime. Finding Etienne here, catching it on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Second down at 5. Lawrence will throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's important when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. A handoff for Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Down inside the 10, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's the Jaguars who come away with a win, and they got a solid outing here from their quarterback, Charles, and that's, of course, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Jacksonville, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.